what's going on, everybody? My name is Guy. This is Guy Talk Sports. Appreciate you being here with me. Thanks for clicking on the thumbnail. Tennessee gets the big win last night as they outlasted Texas. I'm going to be reviewing that as well, taking a brief look ahead to see who will be playing in the Sweet 16. Before we get into that, though, if you don't mind, bottom right corner over there, you'll see a subscribe button. Go ahead and smash that for me. Help me continue to grow this channel. Let's get into the big win here. Like I said, Tennessee somehow finds a way to win. And for all those that may have missed the game last night, it was perhaps the worst shooting display I may have ever seen from a Tennessee team. It was absolutely awful. And we'll get into some team stats later. But from the start, we were missing a lot of close shots. Adu had a really bad start to the game, missed some really close just layups. But so did just about everybody else, right? Nobody was hitting shots. That being said, though, when the team needed it most, hit some clutch free throws at the end. Connect hit some clutch free throws at the end to take down the Longhorns. Our shooting was so bad, and then towards the end, you finally get a couple threes to fall, and then finish it out strong with the cherry stripe. I thought they missed an obvious goaltend there with just a couple minutes left against Texas. That would have been big, but with around 30 seconds left, Texas scores, goes down by only one now, and then they foul Adu for a 1-and-1 with the entire season on the line. Adu just very calmly swishes both shots, and then the Vols get a stop. Connect gets fouled for another 1-and-1, and which, while we're on this subject, Texas really didn't get called for a lot of fouls throughout the game, and they had so many fouls to give at the end of the game. I thought it was a little bit. I'm not one to typically complain about referees, but I did think it was a little one-sided with the foul calling. But that's neither here nor there. We still won. Anyway, Connect also swishes both shots with just about 9 seconds left, and you think, okay, that's it. That's the game. We're up by 5 at that point, I think. There's no way we can lose now. To which, to their credit, Texas immediately runs down and drills a deep three-pointer to go down by only 2 with I think they put 3.8 seconds or 4 seconds, somewhere around there left. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, here we go. This is how we lose. But no, Connect wants the ball, gets the ball, gets fouled. Again, I think he gets fouled with 3.8 seconds left. I think they put a little bit of time back on the clock. And then ices the game with another 2 huge free throws. So we hit 6 free throws there at the end. And it's such a testament to why that stat is so important, free throw percentage. It was such a perfect example of that last night. And hit those final 2, so we hit 6 in a row, like I said, and that was it. Put us up by 4, and there was no chance, not enough time for Texas to come back at that point. I thought it was clear from the start. Both coaches knew each other very well, knew the tendencies, and each had a great game plan for the other team. Our defense was phenomenal for most of the night. Texas was absolutely draped over Connect the entire night, and I thought they played him better than I think I've seen any other team play against Connect. Truly, they were draped all over him. But let's take a quick look at personal stats. Speaking of Connect, he ends up playing 37 minutes, had 18 points, 9 rebounds. And you think, not a terrible game. He was 5 of 18 from the floor, 1 of 8 from 3. Like I said, they were draped all over him. He didn't have a clean shot. He made a few great drives, had a few awesome dunks, hit a big 3 there at the end of the game finally. But certainly not his best night. Best defensive performance against him that I've seen. And we end up still winning, but he had a rough night. Zakai Ziegler, he played 40 minutes. And if you think about how long a game is 40 minutes. And so I don't know of him even coming out a couple sets. Like, he played the entire game. Just a marathon man. Ended up with 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. He was 2 of 12 from the floor, 1 of 8 from 3. Once again, I'm telling you that nobody was hitting shots last night. We'll actually get to somebody that actually had a great game for us here in just a second. Jonas Adu, 32 minutes. He had 11 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Like I said, he had a horrible start to the game. I think he missed like his first 4 shots. Finished 4 of 12, 3 of 4 from free throw, from the free throw line. And like I said, those 2 big shots there at the end, just so clutch. Josiah Jordan-James actually hit we were like, I think 1 of 21 from the 3-point line at that point. Connect goes down, finally hits one on an inbounds, and then very next time down the floor, Triple J ends up hitting a 3. And so he ended up, like I said, with 9 points, 9 rebounds. It was 4 of 8 from the floor, 1 of 2 from 3. He actually had a really good game. I was really happy to see that. Vescovy, again, he has got to step it up. Got to start hitting some shots. He had 2 points, 4 rebounds. He was 1 of 4 from the floor, 0 of 3 from 3-point. From the 3-point line. I'm rooting for the guy. Really, really need him to start hitting some shots if we're going to get by this next team. Meshack had some really good minutes. He only ended up with 2 points, only hit 1 shot, but he had some really good minutes. Gainey, he was like 1 of 5, I think. Actually had a technical foul on him, not called on him, but he got thrown to the ground by Brad. I can't remember his name. He had thumb splint on. Anyway, he threw him to the ground. Ended up getting a technical for that. Again, not Gainey, but the guy that threw him. And then Estrella came in for like 1 minute. And if you were watching that game, you saw he was like a lost puppy out there. He was not ready for that. And they quickly got him back out. But really, I thought the guy that played the very best game for Tennessee was Awaka. He had an amazing game. Finished it with 10 points, 5 rebounds, was 4 of 5 from the floor and 2 of 2 from free throw. Just an amazing game. And he would have had, I think he only had 11 minutes. He would have played even more had he not gotten into foul trouble. He got 3 fouls in the first half and then got his 4th called on him. And he was in foul trouble there for most of the second half. But for that first half, he was absolutely dominant. They didn't want any part of him. And he was a very pivotal part to why we were up. I think it was 28-19 at the end of the first half. Let me double check. Yeah, 28-19 at the end of the first half. So, nobody with honestly, you had Awaka, had a great game. Nobody else had a great game, but it's that old adage, all's well that ends well, right? And at the end of the game, when it mattered most, we hit 6 free throws to ice it. And so, such a huge win. Let's take a look at the team stats. And honestly, I almost wanted to censor the 3-point percentage stat, as it could potentially cause viewers harm if they saw just how bad we shot the ball. It was absolutely atrocious. Like I said, at one point, I think we were 1 of 21. 1 of 21, and we ended up 3 of 25, 12%. Any other day that gets you beat. We have got to shoot the ball better. I think from the floor, we shot 34% overall, 22 of 65. So, okay, but behind the 3-point line, you have to shoot better than that. 3 of 25 ain't going to get it done against any team except Texas last night. They shot 36% from the floor, 30% from 3-point. Both teams shot free throws really well. Texas was 11 of 12 at 92%. Tennessee was 15 of 18, 83%. Like I said, hit those 6 in a row there at the end. Assists were big, 11 assists for Tennessee, only 6 for Texas. Turnovers. Texas turned the ball over a whole bunch, and so that was key. It was 3 blocks, 9 steals to 5 in favor of Tennessee. And then personal fouls, like I said, 15 to 16. One of the key stats, though, is rebounds. Tennessee had 40 rebounds to Texas's 29. And then offensive rebounds, we were ahead 13-6. So definitely beat them up on the glass. And we had to, because we shot the ball so bad. But what a win, though, right? To shoot that poorly and still win, I think it's a testament to the leadership and grit that permeates throughout the entire team. Quickly, let's take a look at what's ahead. Creighton ends up prevailing over Oregon in a double OT thriller. It was quite the game. It was very back and forth. So many lead changes throughout that entire game. So many ties. I was honestly hoping to get to play Oregon, as they really just rely on a couple of guys to score most of their points. But overall, Creighton ends up winning. They're a pretty good shooting team, and so we're going to have to really shoot a lot better if we're going to end up beating Creighton. We cannot play like we did last night if we want to win. So, super excited though. Super excited. Go Vols. We end up winning. Sweet 16. I don't think they have announced a time yet, but I believe it's going to be played on Friday against Creighton. I think they're playing in Detroit for this next time, for these next couple of games. So, like I said, super excited, ready to be there. Friday, that is. I wish I could go to that game. Ready for it to be Friday already so we can watch this game. But anyway, that's all I got for this one. Go Vols. We end up winning. Horns down, just like I called it. The real UT ends up winning. It was in all seriousness though, it was a great game. But both teams played really well. Texas ends up coming back there at the end, and we end up holding them off just barely. So it was a good one. I'll look to do another video, hopefully tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, reviewing how the rest of the SEC fares in this round. That'll be played today, Sunday, on the March 24th. We'll review those. I think it's Alabama and Texas A&M left. See how they do. Again, thank you so much for watching this. Go Vols. Appreciate you being here. Super excited for Tennessee to win it. If you don't mind, throw a comment down below. Tell me what you liked, what you don't like, how I can improve the channel. Maybe something about the game that you saw that I haven't talked about. Please hit that like button for me. And lastly, hit that subscribe button. Help me continue to grow this channel. We'll see you next time. Go Vols. Thank y'all.